What's up, Internet? Matt Guff from House.com.
Scottie Stank.
Matt Siddons.
Yo, first, as we kind of start this little video, I want to give a huge shout out to these two guys. These are the guys that do all the stuff behind the cameras, do the editing, the sound, the lighting, make the studio what it is, and make me look good on the channel. So, thank you guys. You guys absolutely rip.
Thank you.
Word up. So these guys were actually lucky this week. They went up to Lutsen. It was like, what, May 2nd and 3rd?
Yeah, 3rd through 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to go and ride, but they grabbed some of the 2020 Rossignol goods. And we wanted to sit down and kind of chat about it. And yeah, just kind of discuss what the 2020 line looks like. And let's move in. Let's go park.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
We got the Jibsaw. Grab that one. We got the Jibsaw and the Jibsaw HD.
Yeah.
Pretty big ones. I'll grab both of them. Yeah. All right, let's do normal one first.
Okay.
That thing, Jibsaw.
Jibsaw.
Everyone knows that thing. It's been with Rossignol for a long time. Jibsaw, twin park deck, looks good. I like the matte finish with the high gloss on the nose and tail.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like the Jibsaw's graphics.
Okay.
But this one is probably one of the much better graphics out there.
Yeah. It's a fun board to ride.
Yeah. Scott, you were saying you like park boards a lot. What'd you think?
Well, I'm just looking. I'm in the market for one, I guess.
Okay.
So, getting to ride this was, going off of some of the side hits, little kickers and stuff. It was just the best. Like, yeah. I had a lot of fun, man. It was great. Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so at Lutsen there was 12 runs open. And
12 runs. Right.
No park.
Okay.
So all we had to work with in terms of like getting some park out of this board or out of any of the boards was some side hits.
Yep.
That some of the riders up there were kind of establishing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta launch this thing and all the other boards off of some kickers that people are making, and what this board just seemed to have a lot of pop that you can just load in, and
Cool.
And it was pretty stable on the landings as well.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised at the stiffness. Just hearing Jibsaw, you're thinking, okay, that this thing is going to be like a
Right.
Flexy.
just like a buttery,
Yeah.
jibby board, park board,
Right.
that you're just gonna kind of want to hit on rails. But it was just like fantastic on those side hits that we were doing, and didn't get to try anything in terms of jibbing, but it was like maybe like a 5 out of 10 what I was feeling.
Yeah.
Maybe close to a 6, but
Right.
pretty
Right.
middle of the road in terms of stiffness.
For sure.
Yeah. What's the base look like on that one? That looks good. Yeah, it's kind of wild that a common misconception about the Jibsaw is exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be a really soft board, like
Right.
Yeah.
a Urberg Draft or something. You
Yeah.
know, and that's not the case, which is
No.
wild. So it's
Yeah.
interesting. It's interesting that Rossignol has kind of stuck with that name in the category. Sure, it's a freestyle board, but
Right.
yeah, it's definitely not a soft board.
Right.
It's not a soft board.
No.
It's got camber from
camber,
outside
yeah.
the insert packs, like
Yeah.
in between the feet, and then a little bit of rocker on the nose and tail to help lock you into presses if you want to. But yeah, it's not a soft board.
No, and man, it was my favorite. There was I was saying to him when we were on the hill, like, there's something to be said like about when you're riding a board and you kind of forget about it. Like,
Right.
there's nothing that's like annoying you about it, and it's just like allowing you to ride, and you just forget that it's almost there. You know what I mean?
You're just
and it
doing
was
your
like,
thing.
yeah, it's like, dude, this thing was like performing the way I wanted it to, and stomping landings, boosting off jumps. It was great.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there's boards that just feel right. Like you don't have to be so aware of different aspects, like where your weight is, how much speed you have, how much pressure you're putting here and there, how much tilt. You know, like there's so many variables when you ride. You know, like your own body, the board, how it flexes, and the conditions that you're riding. There's a lot of variables that are constantly changing, and for a board to have that ability where you're just kind of enjoying the ride and not thinking about it so much, that's a big weight off your shoulders, you know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes the more you think about stuff, you can be distracted, focusing on one thing, you forget something else, you know?
Sure.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Right. Now, in the slushy conditions, did you guys notice how the man attraction felt on the Jibsaw compared to the sashimi and the sushi? Or not really?
I think it was subtle. I didn't really recognize it all that much.
Right.
I don't know about you.
I mean, to me, it really seemed to like lock in on turns, but I was more like comparing it to like just trying to feel the differences between this board and the Jibsaw HD. And this one to me was a bit more playful, a bit more edge to edge, but still holding, like you could still take it on the groomers and really hold in on turns, lock in on turns, but I think it won't pop you out of a turn, you know, as much as the Jibsaw HD. But yeah, just like overall, it was a board that that'll do great on jumps. Didn't get to try it out on any rails or anything, but then something that'll do just like all around park board, and then will do very well on like groomers or maybe even in the powder.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.